think
Is it from how they talk or how they look, or before now you start engaging?
I think it's a whole package. It goes from how they talk, how they look, how they walk, how they think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go to my sister Stella. How do you know that this person is right? Who is right to you?
That's a very difficult question to answer. Considering now the current situation that I'm in, I wouldn't say I actually know who the right one is and who the wrong one is. But I tend to believe maybe the right person, I think I'll feel at peace with that person. Like, we might not have everything similar. I mean, that's why we complement each other. But of course, I have to be attracted to that person, definitely, for us to even get to a certain point in having conversations. But I've been pointing one thing that will maybe identify them. I'd say being a prayerful person, I'd be at peace. Like, I'd be at peace, not having this. Of course, there's some doubts here and there. You're like, am I doing
Hi people, hope you're doing well. I go by the name Sarah Yuma, the oral nutritionist, and today I have very lovely guests in my channel, and they can just introduce themselves.
Yeah, my name is Michael Awimbo. I'm the brother.
And I'm Stella. I'm the cousin.
So,
I'm a sister cousin.
today's podcast is about who is the right person and who is the wrong person. So I think my guests here can maybe shed some light on who is the right person and who is. How do you know that this is the right person and how do you know that this is the wrong person?
Okay, so I think when it comes to dating, for me, the right person would be someone we click. So like someone we have similar hobbies, someone who sees life the same way I do. Like, okay, I'll give an example. There's someone I won't mention, but this person like gets my jokes. Like I have weird jokes, but this person gets my humor. And then secondly, it's like when I talk about something, this person equally knows about that thing. So that makes me feel safe. So like that's the version of the right person. So for me, it's not about the physical looks or the like materialistic nature, but more of the personality of the person. Do we rhyme in terms of the personality? But beauty is equally important.
Yes. I was about to ask you.
Right.
Physically not important.
I don't mean I want to be with you and you're looking the way you want to. But like obviously you have
to be attracted to the person.
Yeah.
So let me ask you again. So at that point when you are knowing or choosing that right person, is it first what is this thing called?
First
Love at first sight? Or how do you choose to get to know their character?
Okay, so I'll use the same example. So it's not a scenario of love at first sight. It can be, but for me, I think it's difficult to engage with someone the first time. I think I usually have very many walls, so it will take some time. So like 4 weeks, 2 months, 4 weeks to 2 months. So like 1 to 2 months for me to get to understand that person to that level that allows me to maybe think of going to the next step. Yeah.
How do you identify them? That person.
I think
is it from how they talk or how they look, or before now you start engaging?
I think it's a whole package. It goes from how they talk, how they look, how they walk, how they think. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I'll go to my sister Stella. How do you know that this person is right? Who is right to you?
That's a very difficult question to answer. Considering now the current situation that I'm in, I wouldn't say I actually know who the right one is and who the wrong one is. But I tend to believe maybe the right person, I think I'll feel at peace with that person. Like, we might not have everything similar. I mean, that's why we complement each other. But of course, I have to be attracted to that person, definitely, for us to even get to a certain point in having conversations. But I've been pointing one thing that will maybe identify them. I'd say being a prayerful person, I'd be at peace. Like, I'd be at peace, not having this. Of course, there's some doubts here and there. You're like, am I doing this with this person? But there'll be some level of peace.
Peace. So, are you, after you've been attracted to this person, maybe you start now engaging them? What will you really be looking for?
First, their demeanor. Like, what character or what things do they bring out in me? If someone brings out the bad side of me, I know definitely this is not my person. But if they bring out the good in me, maybe they might be the good, the right person, but not necessarily. But as in the aura, the demeanor, and what they make me, the kind of the character that they evoke me to portray. I'd say that.
Okay. Have you ever heard of this saying, or that whatever is in is usually what comes out when you're angry? For example, so if this person, for example, brings out something bad in you or bad emotions, it means that you hurt them. But how? So for me, let me rephrase this question. When they bring out that bad side of you, and they don't act on it to maybe help you, because everyone has their bad side, okay? Or everyone has gone through things in life. And at some point, people will maybe bring those things out through different interactions. But now, how will you know that this is the right person when now that thing comes out, for example?
It depends on the kind of situation this person has put me in. There are some situations that when someone puts you in, you definitely know that this is not coming from a good place. There are others that are genuine mistakes. But there are others that when you do some soul searching, you'll find this person did this with a devious intent.
All right. So now that you guys have found the right people, have you ever heard of I want to do this and do this and do this to keep me, or so that they can like me more? Is there this thing called someone liking you more? Is it a reality, or what? What is your comment?
Okay, on like making someone love you, I don't believe that is something that ought to exist. Or if it happens, I don't think there is genuine love there. Because I think if someone loves you, it will be easy for them to love you. Or if you love someone, it will be easy. It doesn't have to be from a point of, I buy you stuff, I take you out, I probably take you to maybe Dubai so that you love me. If that's the case, it then means like you don't love me, you love the things I give you. And I think like that's not genuine love. So if that has to happen, I probably don't love you, and you probably don't love me. Maybe I'm infatuated, like because of something, maybe how shapeful you are or something like that. So I don't believe in commodification of love on that extent.
Okay, so what is love to you?
Love is it's that not nostalgia, but like rush of dopamine that someone gets when you're with the right person. You see the way I describe the right person, it's that feeling. You feel comfortable, you feel at peace, you feel happy, you feel like home. That for me is love.
So dopamine is love to you, not vasopressin.
I don't know the technicalities of those things, but like it's just there's a rush of emotion that you will feel, and you'll genuinely feel like you're safe and you're home and everything is alright.
I heard this that men fall in love when they miss you, when you're absent, or when you have a life. They don't fall in love when you're always there. So dopamine is that hormone that you produce when you are happy and what have you, but vasopressin is that hormone that you produce as a man when you're thinking and worried about that
someone.
Woman. So which is
it? I genuinely think, like, might contradict science, but I think both have to coexist together, because in as much as I may have that feeling of missing that person, a huge part of that idea of love is me feeling happy through that dopamine rush when you're there. So it's like I'll synonymize this person to a form of my drug. Like if you're my drug, like I I love you that much that I cannot do without you. And that means if you're someone of that level in my life, I'll probably be able to value you and like I wouldn't want to lose you, so that means I will give you everything that I can in my capacity. So I think generally both work together, but I don't know what science says.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What is love to you?
Before that, there's something he said about if you're doing something so that someone can love you, it's not genuine. Because I believe there's beauty in these small things, and if you're doing something for someone to love you, then it's outright manipulation. And it means you have to have some that's somewhat some like over toxic trait. Everyone has toxic traits, but doing that so that someone can fall for you. Everyone does something so that someone can love them, but there's what is the intention behind it? Like, is it so that that person can do your bidding for you? So what does that mean? Like, it will mean that if you remove all these things, this person is not there, and things get tough. I'm sure relationships are not easy. They have their own fair share of drama, and if you remove all these things, like, what stands?
What stands? Wow. If you remove all these things, what stands?
Is it the friendship? Is it like, what did you build? What did you build that relationship on?
Okay. So how do you even know that I've built my relationship on the right ground in terms of how much do you talk to each other and what you talk about?
People can say anything just to keep you. People can say anything and everything just to keep you. So words, let's listen to your actions, because I can say anything and everything just to keep you there. That's all I can say.
So, Mike, I wanted to ask you, how do you know that this is the right person in terms of the amount of time that you talk and what you talk about?
Okay, so for me, I think it's not about talking each and every time, because personally I'm someone who is equally very busy, so I believe in someone having their space to do what they do, but I believe in how does it look like even after we don't talk for a while. So if maybe we go 2 weeks without talking, when we talk for like 3 days after the 2 week break, how does it feel like? Does it feel like the connection never dies? Because like there's some time when you're with someone, you talk, like for example my best friend now, when I talk to him, it's usually we can go 2 months without talking literally, but when we talk you think we've been talking for like the whole 2 months. Up to that point there was no break, because the energy does not shift, the vibe you get from that space does not shift, and the happiness and feeling you get after conversing with this person does not change. So you're so happy, you're so fulfilled. That is like, for me, my take. So it doesn't have to be every single time, but how does it look like for the few moments you do? Or even if it's for a long time, the energy is still the same. Like, I understand sometimes there'll be issues, you'll be up, sometimes you're high, sometimes it's low, but how does it generally make you feel?
No, let me ask you. So you can be dating someone and you go for 2 weeks without talking?
I wanted to ask this.
No, yeah.
No!
Yes.
Communication is key.
Yeah, communication is key. It doesn't, like, by communication, I don't mean I don't say hi, I don't check up on you. It's like the length of, like, I won't talk to you very long, for long hours, if I'm busy genuinely, and like we are not cohabiting, we are not living within the same house. I can't genuinely like talk that much to you at that point. Yeah.
But shouldn't it disturb you that you've not talked to this person in a day?
Like, as I've said, I'll greet you, I'll probably ask you how your day was, and the chat won't be so much, but I'll still be around. But personally, I think I can. No, okay. Again, I think personally I can go without talking to you for some time.
The person you're in a relationship with,
yes. No. Honestly, I think
that's why you're thinking wrong, and that's
no,
why
I'm not thinking wrong. I'm saying this because this is something I've noticed even with the friendships I have, even with the close friendships. I'm someone who like cannot keep if for example we are not in so much close proximity, it's difficult for me genuinely. It's something I struggle with to keep talking to you every single time, because I tend to get consumed in things I'm doing. Not that I'm cheating or I'm doing anything ulterior, but that's
shouldn't it disturb you that you're not talking to this person?
Yes. Like, let me ask you, how is it that you can go for, friendships are different. This is your person. 2 days, 3 days you're not talking at, because do you what? No, that Now you're saying this is something it's a problem. You need to start working on it now.
And then when
Yeah.
you've just described love as the high feelings of, if your feelings are high, wouldn't it excite you to want to talk to this person? Because when you get into maybe a serious relationship, then now real problems start coming in. And if you've not developed the talking stage when you are dating, then how will you even handle this other side? Yes, you're close with this person, maybe living now, maybe married in the same house, but since you did not cultivate that talking
Conversation.
yes, when you are dating and apart, because I assume dating is getting to know someone. I'm not talking about mating, I'm talking about dating, because mating is sleeping with different people, that is different, but dating is getting to know. So it should, when you're dating and your dopamine is high, it should then disturb you to at least talk to this person and get to know and learn something new. Because also, why would you spend 3 months dating someone and then at the end of it all you've not even known them because you've not been talking consistently?
I think on that, the thing, okay, on my end at least, I think when I do talk to someone, I actively invest in talking to you and actually getting to know what's going on and really being in the moment. Like, I'll devote the time into that. I understand it's that's my toxic trait, but yeah,
Which
I
you
think
need to
I'll
work
work on. I've not said I won't work on it. It's something I'm also actively working on. But I'm just saying that's my toxic trait, and that's why I think I'd still be able to thrive in an environment where we don't.
Okay, so I'll ask Stella this. How do you define a quality conversation? What is a quality conversation to you? And should you have this conversation over phone or face to face?
I think it depends. People who do long distance, phone will no. I'm just saying, like, it depends to different people, to each their own. There are others who are comfortable with phone conversations. Others are good with sit down. But I think there should be a balance. Phone and sit down. Serious conversations, you need sit down so that you can see the person.
Yes, how they react.
And if phone, maybe video. Video call. Because you see, there's some situations where it's unavoidable. You cannot have a proper sit down. But in cases where it's there, it's better to have a sit down so that you can see this person. You can even get to see, when people are saying something and maybe when they're lying or they're not being genuine, their body language will reveal things to you. You will be able to see these things. So about the quality of the conversation, it depends on what you want. What are you looking for? That will dictate the quality of the conversation and what you want to get out of that conversation.
Okay, so because there's this habit of people just flirting instead of talking. Instead of talking, you're just, I like your hair, you look so nice. Is that quality to you? Or what?
No, it depends on what someone is looking for at that particular time. If you're just looking to have a good time, that will be quality to you. But if you're looking to have someone who you want to build a future, you talk investments, you talk about how you'd want your family dynamic to be like, you talk about so many other things. So it depends on what actually are you looking for at that particular time.
Okay. And will you be telling them what you want, or will you be wanting to know what is okay for them? For example, let's talk finance. For example, paying bills. Will you be telling them, me, I'm okay with the 50-50, or will you be giving them an open slate so that they can tell you if what they want, so that you can judge for yourself if they are good for you?
You see, now, because many people have watched different videos, you're coming with your own bias. You're like, me, I won't say. Him, he comes with, okay, him or her, they come with their own bias. Me, I'm not gonna talk. So who's going to talk? So anyone can say anything. I can tell you I'll pay. I can tell you what. But these small things that come out of stories and conversations are what will reveal exactly what you want. So you have to be very smart and sharp to pick up those cues. That is what, of course, it's good. You can ask. They'll tell you. But match it up over a period of time to get to see from their stories, from different scenarios, how they react to those things. You'll be able to pick, like, they say they're okay with 50-50, but if you ask them about a certain situation, are they really for 50-50? You tell someone you're okay with dating celibate, then they'll be like, I'll wait. But as you talk, they're like, Amy, I'd prefer this. A friend of mine did this. And then it will just come out. You will just know. Time will just reveal these things.
And would you be asking more or just observing?
I think the balance. You observe, you ask, and you assess.
So, for example, I say I want a 50-50 thing, and I'm not even paying my own bills.
Exactly.
Or rather, I say I want a 50-50 thing, and when we go on dates, I can't even pay your Uber, let me say. No, I believe in ladies paying their own fare to wherever they are and coming back, and letting the guy pay their whatever. But that is just my preference. But I think for me, when it comes to quality conversations, I prefer face to face, and then this phone texts and what have you, I'd keep it to basics, like hi, how are you? If you want to know how my day was, then call me video call. It's better because I'll see how you react. I'll even see your some people say video calls are used to do what to investigate people. But for me, I will cut those texts. I'll make them very brief. So that there's room for me to now get to know you better when we are talking face to face. And then so you guys believe that there's nothing that you can do to make someone love you, to make the right person love you, or is there?
Okay. I think there are things you can do to make the right person either love you or leave you. I think, but when it comes to these kinds of actions, I think it's more of the subtle things. It's not something that, like, it's not grandiose gestures like taking someone to Paris or confessing in front of a huge crowd. I think it's more of how you behave, how you carry yourself, the things I said, how you think, how you talk. Those are the little things you can do that can make the right person actually get the green flags and also equally love you if they didn't have that thought. But you can also do the very same things and make the right person detest you or even leave you or not consider you as an option.
Okay, Stella, are there things you can do to make the right person love you? Or are there things that, by being yourself, will it be okay for the right person to love you? When you're not doing anything, you're just being you. You're enjoying your meals.
If I'm doing something to make you fall for me, then you're falling for a version of me that's not the real me. Okay. Meaning you can put up an act for so long. Either way, the mask will fall. What happens then? How long can I put up with this facade? I'll get tired. Even when actors, they act for a certain season, then once it's over, they're done. As in, you can only do that for so long. It's tiring. You have to keep thinking, I did this, I did that, to keep everything aligned in order, because you forget. As in, especially, let's say when you're lying and lying and lying, the lie can become too big. You even miss out on the lies, the parts of the lie. So the details, so you'll get caught in your lie, because the lies have become so, you can't keep up with your own lies. Unless you're a pathological liar. But you're a pathological liar that even sometimes you're lying to yourself. And you have to lie to yourself so that you lie to others. You get?
Okay, I get you. So how long is too long? How long will you wait for the mask to put, like, how long will you give someone for them to show who they are? Or
people can put up an act for so long. Sorry, men, but I think men can put up that act for so. Equally women, because now we are also perfecting the art because we are learning from the best. But it's tiring. There are people who are talented at that. I give it to them. But personally, I don't think I can. It's a lot of work. I need to look for money. I want to make money. I have my own things. Like, how can I now even add now starting to put up an act for someone? As in, to what extent? And yet there's someone, I can just be myself. I don't have to keep acting. And he'll treat me like a gem that I am.
The queen.
Yeah. When you're talking, you've just brought out some things. The right person will not actually require you to do anything. And the right person will know even the places in your heart that are hurting, and they will want to heal it more than expose it or create more wounds to those places, to those scars. And the right person actually does not require you to do anything. You just they just need you to be yourself. They like it when you joke, they like it when you sleep, they like it when you, as long as you're in a good energetic place. You're not also you're healing. Yes, if you're hurting, you're healing, but you've already healed. Then you're in a different space. You're not projecting these things. So the right person, I think, will not require you to do anything. But that doesn't mean, however, that you just relax.
Oh yeah, true.
And just, it's good to let yourself go, but it's also good to take care of yourself. So I wouldn't say that me loving me will make the right person love me more.
Yeah.
It will just make them, I think, appreciate
your authenticity.
Yeah, my authenticity and who I really am. I don't know what you guys have as parting shots to your generation.
It is not easy, but be you, be authentic, and the right person will find you. If you have to fake it to find it, fight it.
Yeah.
Okay, my dear.
Honestly, I think I've said a lot, but if something is for you, it will be for you. You don't have to put in too much work to keep someone. They'll want to be there. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for watching this to the very end. Stay tuned for my next video and podcast. And these amazing people here are the best individuals in my life. Bye.